There are a lot of Arceus VSTAR decks running around right now, such as Arceus Giratina Flying Pikachu, and Arceus Duraludon VMAX. But I think the best way to play Arceus VSTAR is with Gardevoir. Roll the intro. What is going on, everybody? Hitmonchanning here, back again with another Pokemon trading card game online deck tech, and we are here on the Pokemon trading card game live to take a look at my Arceus VSTAR Gardevoir deck. And now I know what you're thinking, Gardevoir, like Gardevoir EX, that card is not a proper pair for Arceus VSTAR at all, and you would be right. But we are not playing this Arceus VSTAR deck with Gardevoir EX. We were playing it with the Shining Arcana Gardevoir with the the Refinement Kirlia engine, as well as a Buddy Catch Gallade, and I'm going to show you how all of this comes together in today's video. So we're starting with a 4-3 line of Arceus V and VSTAR. Arceus VSTAR, everybody should know it by now. It's got the Trinity Nova attack for 3 colorless energy. You do 200, accelerate 3 basic energy cards from your deck to your Pokemon V in any way you like. And then that VSTAR power of Starbirth lets you pick any 2 cards from your deck and put them into your hand. And now Arceus VSTAR is our only attacker in this matchup, similar to those days of Arceus VSTAR and Inteleon from before, when Arceus VSTAR first came out. With the Inteleon engine functions kind of the same as the Kirlia engine in this deck, because the Inteleon engine let you use Shady Dealings to grab any card you wanted from your deck, any trainer card, while Kirlia lets you discard a card from your hand and draw 2 cards. And then Shining Arcana Gardevoir lets you look at the top 2 cards of your deck. You can attach energy you find there to any of your Pokemon and just put the other cards into your hand, so effectively drawing 2 cards, and if you hit an energy, it's a bonus. Now we also have one Buddy Catch Gallade in here, which will let you search your deck for a supporter card, reveal it, and put it into your hand once during your turn. Now, I feel like the format is slow enough right now where you can actually use this line and get your Arceus VSTAR, use an Arceus VSTAR solo attacking deck once again, because we are playing 3 of the teleportation burst routes as well as 1 memory skip routes, just because it can help us out in those Alolan Vulpix VSTAR matchups, so we can memory skip it and then it can't use its main attack. And we're also playing 4 Kirlia with Refinement, as well as 2 Gardevoir with Shining Arcana and the 1 Buddy Catch Gallade. For other Pokemon in here, we have 1 Radiant Greninja to help us draw some cards, and if we get really lucky off our Shining Arcanas in the late game, we can use Moonlight Shuriken to do 90 damage to 2 of our opponent's Pokemon. And our last Pokemon in this deck is actually going to be a Manaphy, just to be safe against those pesky Greninjas that we might be coming up against in Lost Box decks and stuff like that. Trainer-wise, the lineup is actually really interesting. For Ball Search, we're playing 4 Nest Ball, 4 Ultra Ball, and 3 Level Ball, just so we can get a very efficient setup very quickly. We are playing 2 Choice Spell to help us deal more damage to Pokemon V. A lot of Pokemon V are popular right now, such as Raikou and Dragonite V and Zacian V, so we're going to be able to do enough damage to almost one-shot them thanks to the choice spells. We're also playing an Escape Rope in the deck to help us switch effectively when we need it, and also help us against Alolan Vulpix VSTAR. And now, supporter-wise, I think this is where it kind of gets really interesting. We're playing 2 Judge to disrupt our opponent, 2 Boss, Boss's orders, that's fine, 1 Professor's Research, which you don't see too often, and we're also playing 2 Sharon's Care. Now, this is a supporter you don't see as much nowadays, but it used to be everywhere in the meta, where Arceus Inteleon was a really powerful deck, because it lets you put one of your normal type Pokemon, your Colorless-type Pokemon, that has any damage counters on it, and all attached cards right into your hand. So basically the goal of this deck is to get 2 Arceus VSTARs on the board, and just Sharon's Care, chain it, go into another one, you use Buddy Catch Gallade the next turn, get your other Sharon's Care, and you chain it, and then you can play a Pal Pad to shuffle 2 supporter cards from your discard pile into your deck, and then use 2 more Sharon's Care to further anger your opponent, because they can't take knockouts against your Pokemon. And now for other supporters, we're playing 2 Melanie to help us accelerate water energy from our discard pile to our Arceus V/VSTAR, so we can potentially get an attack off without using a double turbo energy. And we're also playing 1 Roxanne to disrupt our opponent's hand, as well as a Raihan in the deck, so we can if something gets knocked out, we can use Raihan and power up any of our Pokemon fairly easily. And for our stadiums, we're playing 2 Path to the Peak, just to shut down our opponent's Pokemon effectively, and then, you know, that's pretty much it. We just kind of want to disrupt our opponent while we consistently deal a lot of damage to them and put on high pressure. Energy-wise, we were playing 5 water energy. That's kind of the crux of this deck, as well as 4 double turbo energy, because ideally we want to be doing double turbo plus Melanie, or you know, water attach, or water discard, Melanie attach, and then, you know, go from there, right? We're also playing 1 V-Guard energy, which really helps us in a lot of matchups here. Like, this V-Guard energy has saved me countless times through playing this deck, I can tell you that much, because a lot of decks will hit exactly that 280 number, but they won't be able to cross over it and hit 300 without jumping through a lot of extra hoops. So the V-Guard energy is very strong in here, and we also have 2 Psychic type energies in case we want to attack with our Buddy Catch Gallade or with our Shining Arcana Gardevoir, because if we can put 2 psychic energies on our Gardevoir, we're going to be able to be doing 120 damage, which is enough to knock out things like Cramorant, knock out opposing Gardevoirs if they have damage counters on them, and stuff like that. So that's why those 2 psychic energies are in here, and it's kind of easy to get with Raihan, and we can even use double turbo to power these Pokemon up. Swirling Slice is also very good on the Buddy Catch Gallade, because let's say something gets knocked out, you can Buddy Catch Raihan, use Raihan, grab a double turbo, put the double turbo on your Gallade, and then you can be swinging 140 on a single price Pokemon, and you can move your energy off of it, so when it gets knocked out, your double turbo doesn't go to waste. So you can even play some single price attackers in this deck as well, which is something I really like. And now, yeah, I'm very excited to show off this deck. I'm not going to spend any more time. Let's get into it and get some dubs with Arceus VSTAR. Our opponent is calling the coin flip here. They chose Tails, but Tails won't fail me. Going to land on heads, and then it'll let us choose to go first. See, I'm just like good at predicting these things. We're gonna absolutely go first here, and I think we're gonna get a good setup. I hope that we do anyway, so we can at least have a good game here. This isn't too terrible. This is at least a usable hand. Them mulliganing is even better for us. Lightning Energy, Beach Court, Bibarels. That's interesting. I'm curious to see what we're going to be up against today. We will absolutely take that mulligan. Okay, so it's like a lightning box type deck. Interesting. I don't think we'll need Manaphy, which is good. We can get rid of Manaphy. We can get rid of probably probably a Gardevoir is probably better to get rid of. Grab our Arceus. See what else we have in here. Yeah, we have everything that we need to succeed, I think. We have another Sharon. We have... Yeah, we got some stuff. We got what we need. We got what we need. That's all that matters to me. Grab an Arceus, double turbo, and we just pass to them. So not a crazy turn, but I think we're actually not doing too bad. This is kind of like bare minimum ideal what you want. Them Averying right now is amazing for us, because if they Avery us in the late game and we have to get rid of our entire draw engine basically, that's really tough. But them doing that right now for us is really good. It looks like they have like a really big hand. They're gonna be able to tandem unit, get a bunch more Pokemon down. Let's see what exactly we're up against here. They're getting a Regieleki and a Raikou. Okay, so this is a Miraidon deck through and through. That Bibarel did throw me off, I will say. But it looks like that might be it. They already did use their Fleet-Footed. They don't have an attachment. Oh, they do have an attachment. Okay, they're gonna attach the Raikou. Yeah, that. Oh, they're gonna retreat. What are they gonna retreat into? Another. Oh, they're gonna go for another Fleet-Footed. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe they're trying to get like a generator or something. I don't know. That's probably it. Oh, they're just gonna pass. Okay, that's really good for us here. Get another Nest Ball, which is also incredible. We'll grab. I want to grab Greninja for sure right now. Then they have a big hand, so that means it's time for a big judge. Hopefully we can get some good cards here. Okay. This is interesting for sure. We're going to have to get rid of a Melanie, which isn't too terrible, but I really want to find an Arceus VSTAR here, if I can. Okay, we get the energy. We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay, we didn't get the VSTAR, but at least we have an attachment. Yeah, I still think we should probably play this Nest Ball, get another Ralph's down. Unfortunately, we did whiff finding the Arceus VSTAR, but that's okay. Like, this is a decent enough setup because we can still Refinement whatever we draw. Then we can go into a Buddy Catch Gallade. Doesn't look like they're going to have an attack here. I mean, if they have the Beach Court plus Generator. They have the Beach Court. they're going to retreat immediately, so they're going to just try and draw more cards. I think our Judge worked out really well for us here. Yeah, they don't have their generator. They have an attachment, so they're going to attach to the bench Raikou. Makes sense. And they're probably just going to pass. If they just pass from there, I think we're actually going to be in a really good spot. Oh, we have a 4 Seal Stone. And they have research. Never mind. Okay, they're going pretty crazy. Thankfully, they can't knock out our Arceus, which is good. But they're going to use that 4 Seal Stone. Probably try and find... I don't know. They need, like, Generator plus Switch. Or, like, Generator plus Rope. Or something like that. They really, really need that desperately. In order to, like... at least do anything here, because they already retreated, right? So I'm curious to see what their game plan is. If they get a little bit too comfortable with that big hand, we can just, you know, Gallade. Oh, maybe they just needed a switch. They have Dynamotor, that's right. Never mind, I forgot. They were probably just trying to find that switch. Thankfully, they won't be able to take a KO on our Arceus, as I said. Oh, they don't? Oh, okay. That's fine. Sharon? Think I'll have to get rid of it. Just because it's... yeah, I think we have to get rid of Sharon here. Another Sharon. At least we do finally find our Arceus VSTAR, though. And what I want to do here... okay, I'm definitely going to need to grab a rope. If it is in here. We need rope. We need belt. For sure. And then we can Gallade and grab, like... okay, yeah, that's what we'll do. We have bosses in deck. Yes, we do. Okay. So we have everything we need to pull this off here. What I want to do is I want a rope. They'll probably bring up whatever they want. Probably like a Mareep or something, yeah. And now I want to bring up Arceus. We will evolve Gallade and go for a Buddy Catch right now. And then we're going to just grab the boss. And we want to knock out that Raikou with energy on it. Because even though they have Dynamotor, being able to, like, stop them from accelerating or directly attacking and setting up Arceus, and we have Sharon in our hand, like, that's absolutely the best play we could go for right now. Yeah, we'll save that water energy for later. Or, sorry, the psychic energy for later. So we get to take a knockout here, which is incredible. Get the power up Arceus V, which is incredible. And we can take 2 prize cards, which feels even better. And those prize cards are actually really helpful. We need a Kirlia, and we need something to refinement away. So that's really good. Now I'm curious to see what they're going to be doing here. I don't think it's actually possible unless they find a Choice Belt and another bench Pokemon. They can't knock out our Arceus VSTAR. I don't know what they have in their hand, though. They're playing a really interesting list. So they have the Greninja. They're going to consider cards. Do they find a Choice Belt? If they find a Choice Belt, we're actually... oh, they have a Generator. Okay. If they don't find that Choice Belt, we are smooth sailing. But they're going to get Miraidon prepped and ready to go. They have research too. Man, they have a lot of... they're being able to draw a lot. Why did they have that Bibarel? They didn't even need that Bibarel. They're going to go right into Raikou. I'm hoping they don't have that Choice Belt. Fleet-footed. Oh, do they have it? Oh, man. Come on. Please don't have it. Please just hit it into... there we go. Okay. We've basically secured a game win here. Because of this Sharon's Care in our hand, we're going to be A-okay. We can... yeah, they conceded. They needed that knockout there, or else we just kind of take the game. You know what? That was a good game against Miraidon EX. We get to call it the coin flip here. Tails never fails, is what I always say. And we're going to get Tails, so we're absolutely going to go first. This deck loves to go first because we are playing a Stage 2 line to support us. But going second isn't the worst thing in the world either. Now, we have a really good setup. That's basically all you can ask for here. We have a Ralts, we can Nest Ball for an Arceus V, attach that double turbo, and we are off to the races here. So this deck is basically built to be very consistent, very strong, and move very fast. So even the good thing here, because we're going first, like, just to put things into perspective, right? Okay, we're going to be playing against Arcanine EX. So we can go for a Nest Ball, grab our Arceus, and we can attach our double turbo, and we're literally just going to pass from here. Now, a really good thing is if we are able to somehow get a Melanie, we can attach this energy to Ralts, retreat it, Melanie, and then we can even have a chance to grab our Arceus VSTAR off that Melanie or some other stuff. We have a lot of supporters that we don't really want in our hand right now. Like Sharon's Care is good in like 2 or 3 turns. Roxanne is good in 4 or 5 turns. Boss we could use as soon as next turn, but I don't really think it'll be worth it. Another good option would be if we actually get another Arceus V down, because my opponent has to set up a little bit with this Arcanine deck. They need to get that Armarouge up, they need their Arcanines up, they need Magma Basins, they need a lot going on in order to do anything, but they're just going to pass, which is good for us. We get another Water Energy here, so honestly the best play is probably just to attach here, and then we'll just end the turn. I don't really want to do anything else. Sometimes that does happen with this deck, is where you get a handful of supporters that you don't want to use right now, and you can't really do anything. The good thing is, though, is somehow if we're able to get a Greninja into play, we can actually use concealed cards, get rid of this Water Energy, which helps our Melanie and helps us draw cards. So that would be really, really good for us. However, we're going to have to see exactly what happens. Right now, I'd love to be able to knock out that Armarouge, or if they put energy onto anything. It looks like they started with 2 Boss's Orders in their hand as well, but I would basically like to apply a lot of pressure next turn. You're going to be able to attack with Power Edge regardless, but they have a Bidoof on the bench now, so they're going to be able to be drawing some cards. It might be good to target that down if we can get our Arceus VSTAR off the top, and let's see what happens here. We do get the Ultra Ball, so we can get our Arceus VSTAR, so I would love to do that. And I'm probably going to discard Roxanne and Boss for now. So we can grab our Arceus VSTAR here. And I think what I want to do is I want to Starbirth for a... probably a Escape Rope. Actually, no, I don't even need the Escape Rope. I'd rather just attach and retreat. I definitely want to get an Arceus, so we'll go for a Nest Ball right here. And what else do I want to grab? Maybe for next turn, I probably just want to grab a Research just to be safe. So I think we'll do that for now. So we'll go for the Nest Ball. We'll get our other Arceus prepped and ready. I think it's good if we can knock out the Growlithe here, which is what we're going to do. So we'll attach. I mean, we can even boss something up. Is there anything else worth KOing? Honestly, it's probably better to KO that Bidoof here. Yeah, I think that I like that a lot. So now we basically have our entire setup going. Like, we can accelerate some energies. That's all the energy left in deck, which is okay because that's really all we need, other than double turbos now. And again, we get to knock out that Bidoof. So if they had their Bibarel in hand, sorry, my friend, that does not matter. And now the good thing about this is we can start powering some other Pokemon up if we want to attack with them. And yeah, the only thing I hope I don't top deck here is a Palpad. That's like the one card I really don't want to get. Looks like they're just going to pass to us, which is okay with me. Grabbing another Ralts is fine. Yeah, I think we'll attach to this Ralts here, and we'll just research this hand away. Grabbing some more cards. That's really, really good. I'm very happy with our setup so far. I'm going to Refinement away this Arceus V. And we get some more cards here. I'll wait to use the Palpad. I don't really want to use it right now, but I think I want to Path to the Peak and just Trinity Nova here to do 180. And we can take a look through the deck. We do have the Raihan in there, which is my suspicion. So that's good. We can Raihan to this Kirlia. If we need to use Buddy Catch delayed as an attacker, we can absolutely get that going. And now from here, your game plan is super straightforward. They're bringing that Armarouge up. They don't want that Radiant Charizard to go. Because really, if they get that Magma Basin, they can Magma Basin to it and then attack with it. And if it has Choice Belt, it could be pretty tough for us to, you know, we won't be able to tank a hit from it. But they're getting a Nest Ball out right now. Getting an Entei V, which looks to be a pretty good target here for a boss's orders, because we have that Palpad. So what we could do is we can hopefully draw into a Choice Belt here, which I think is what we're going to try. So we'll evolve here. I definitely want to Ultra Ball this Arceus and Sharon away and grab Arceus VSTAR. And I want to see if we can find a Choice Belt here. That's like my main concern. So we'll Refinement first. Get rid of this double turbo because we have some more in deck for sure. Okay, we'll Level Ball here. Get our Kirlia. We'll definitely evolve to this Gallade here. Yeah, we'll put that down. We'll have to unfortunately get rid of this Ralts because we need to keep the Palpad. And we get Judge Greninja. I think I'm fine to get rid of Judge, but do we get the Choice Belt off of that? That's the question. We don't. That's okay, though. That's actually fine. Because, yeah, I don't even think I wanted him to do anything here. We'll just Trinity Nova. That's okay. Next turn, possibly, we can do well, and we can find that Choice Belt and bring up that Entei. That's kind of my hope. They're not going to be able to use Fleet-Footed for anything here. We get Gardevoir, which is also really good. And you can just see, this has been our third turn, or our fourth turn, I should say, and we already have 17 cards left in deck. Like, this engine is just so strong for drawing cards. They are going to be able to bump our path with that Magma Basin now. They're going to be able to Fleet-Footed and draw one more card, but I don't know if that's going to be enough for them to be able to get an attack off this turn. They have the Fire Energy on the Entei, so, okay. If they don't bench anything else, we're going to really need to knock out this Entei. If they do, they have a Choice Belt on it too, okay. Maybe they play, yeah, they don't have anything else. Okay, we need to find our Choice Belts ASAP, so what I think I want to do is Refinement away Greninja. We don't actually need it right now. Same thing, we can Refinement away Manaphy. It's not super relevant in this matchup. We for some reason cannot find our Choice Belt, so we'll evolve into Gardevoir here. Yeah, we have them in deck. I know I saw them. So let's go for a Shining Arcana and see if we can get our Choice Belt. We can't. Still can't find it. That's okay though. I think I'll pass at the peak here. And I want to Pal Pad and bring back both our bosses. I don't think we'll ever need Sharon in this matchup. Yeah, we'll bring both our bosses back into the deck. I think I'd like to V-Guard this Gallade here. And now we can Buddy Catch and grab ourselves one of our boss's orders. And we'll literally just bring up that Charizard. And Trinity Nova for the KO here. And, you know, we will be able to be in a really strong spot here. Like, I don't think there's much our opponent can do to damage us here. Our other Shining Arcana Gardevoir is really good. I really just want to find that Choice Belt so we can win the game this turn coming up, you know? But, they have a Trekking Shoes, so they can draw through more. If they get an energy, they can apply some pressure, but they're actually going to discard it, which is interesting. They can't Fleet-Footed here. I think they're just kind of looking for a supporter. They have Delphox V, which isn't too bad. But yeah, if they're not going to be able to even deal damage to us here, I think this game is pretty much over. We really want to find... Oh, they have Raihan in their hand. Okay, so they are going to be able to deal some damage here. I'm going to see what else they get. Maybe a card for next turn, anticipating if this Entei does not get knocked out, they're going to be in a good spot, you know, to be able to maybe come back from it. We'll have to see what happens, though. Yeah, there's another Fire Energy. They're going to get Delphox ready. I'm curious what's in their hand at the moment. And there's that Burning Rondo for 150. Yeah, so we need to find our Choice Belts ASAP here. I think I want to first Ultra Ball, get rid of this Double Turbo, grab a Kirlia. We have 2 Choice Belts we haven't been able to find for whatever reason, but I think we'll be able to find them this turn. So Refinement away this Kirlia. Still can't get it. Will Shining Arcana Gardevoir, can we find the Choice Belt? We still can't find it. Can we find it, please? Let's go for another Shining Arcana Gardevoir here. Let's do it. Shining Arcana, can we find our Choice Belt? We finally found the Choice Belt, which means we can attach it to Arceus VSTAR and retreat this Arceus V. Go into it and Trinity Nova for 230 damage, which is perfect math, and knock out our opponent's active Entei V. And we can take the rest of the prize cards for the game here. We have 3 cards left in deck. So, yeah. We really had to dig deep to find our Choice Belt. But we were still able to win and take home the dub. We get to call it coin flip. Tails never fails, is what I always say. And I mean, hey, you know what? It's okay. Tails, you can have a break today. You can fail us one time. We're going to land on heads because this deck isn't like the worst deck ever to go second with as long as you have a decent start. You can't really go second. You can't afford to lose a turn. Yeah, this would have been a really bad start. So thankfully we get to take a mulligan on it. We're going to get to see what our opponent's playing as well. This is okay. I'm happy with that as a start. We're playing against... Wow. That's going to be an interesting kind of deck. I'm excited to play this match. They're going to mulligan once more, twice more. And they are playing Zacian Zamazenta Metal Box, it looks like. Okay. That's interesting. But yeah, I'm happy with this hand, actually. I'm very happy with this hand. We're going to be able to do quite a bit. They're going to start. If we can actually somehow find a water energy, we'll be doing okay. They're going to have a Zamazenta V to start it off on the bench. I'm interested to see how they play this match out. I haven't seen a deck like this before, and it's really, really cool. So I'm going to go through a bunch of the cards here. Zamazenta V has Regal Stance. It lets you discard your hand, draw 5, but you end your turn. And then Revenge Blast does 120 plus 30 more for each prize your opponent has taken. So if your opponent has taken 4 prizes, you're doing 240 damage, which is pretty good. They get their Zacian V with Roar of the Sword. They get a Varoom down. That's really interesting. This is a really cool deck, I will say. I'm interested to see how this turns out for them here. Get another Ultra Ball. Okay, this is going to be a challenge. We definitely want a Nest Ball. Get an Arceus V down. Let's take a peek through our deck and see what we're working with. We have some Relts, VSTAR, some Curlia. We have everything we need. I want to make sure we have Escape Rope. We do. How many double turbos we have? We have 4 double turbos. Okay, that's okay. We have a pretty decent start. I will Level Ball and grab Relts. I don't ever think Choice Belt is relevant for this matchup, so I want to get rid of these two and grab another Relts, probably. Yeah, I want to grab another Relts because I don't really see them taking out our Arceus V with a 2-card hand and them getting rid of Lumineon. I don't see them taking out our Zacian VSTAR. That's fine. They need like an insane Rev Room. They have the energy in hand for sure to use Rumbling Engine. Oh, they're just gonna Regal Stance. Okay. All right, we're okay. We're okay here. That's fine. We are doing a-okay. Double Turbo. Beautiful. We're gonna evolve both our Curlias up. And probably start with a refinement on the Curlia because we can potentially get an Arceus VSTAR from here. We will refinement away the Ralts and get more cards. Okay, I don't want to get rid of V-Guard. I think V-Guard's very important. Break Edge doesn't matter. Sword Star, it doesn't matter either. Never mind. I don't think V-Guard isn't really necessary. So we'll conceal cards away V-Guard. See what we can find. Okay. This is interesting. I think I want to Ultra Ball away Roxanne and Water and just grab an Arceus V. Yeah, taking an extra turn to set up, not ideal, but we'll end the turn there and just kind of see where my opponent goes from that. This is a deck that is a little bit slower if you don't get a strong start, which is okay. They have another Zacian V, so they can use Roar of the Sword once more. They can Nest Ball as well and grab probably another Magnemite is what my guess would be. And now we're going to get to see what exactly they're going to be able to do here. There's an Ultra Ball coming from my opponent, getting rid of Boss and Ultra Ball. Probably going to grab him. Oh, they're grabbing Zamazenta VSTAR. Okay. I was going to say, I thought they'd have to Regal Stance here, unless they are, they have the research. That makes a lot more sense, yeah. So we're going to see what we can do here. They have a Metal Energy for Zacian. That's going to be their primary attacker, it seems. And they might just go for a Roar of the Sword, putting 1 more energy into play, probably on the Magnemite. No Roar of the Sword, even. Okay. I think they forgot. Top decking the Gardevoir, not great. We'll Refinement away Raihan, because we're going to see a lot of cards this turn. We'll Concealed cards away this energy. We'll keep the Double Turbo for now. Okay. Let's first... I have an idea. Let's first Shining Arcana. Okay. We'll Refinement away this other Curlia. It's hard. It's weird we haven't found any of our Arceus VSTARs. We will... Shining Arcana once more. If we can get some energies. No. Okay. This is so weird that we can't find our Arceuses. I'm gonna have to judge my opponent here. We just had a lot in hand we couldn't get rid of. There's our Arceus VSTAR. Okay, that's fine. Because I don't think they'll be able to one-shot us, so I'll Starbirth here. And I want to grab that escape rope for sure. And what else do I want to grab? We have Boss in hand. We have Buddy Catch Gallade, but we don't have any other way to use Buddy Catch Gallade. So I think it might be good to grab a... Probably grabbing Sharon is good here. I think grabbing Sharon is the best call. So we'll go for the escape rope. And we'll see what they bring up. Bring up the Magnemite. That works for me, actually. I want to hold this. We'll just Trinity Nova. We can take the knockout. And we can power up our other Arceus. All these energy. Yeah, being able to do 230 and knock out a base Zacian V, we can boss that up next turn if we were able to find our other Arceus VSTAR. That's pretty good. It would be really good if we could have put that path down, but we needed to Starbirth that turn. At least the path is still in deck, so we should be able to find it pretty easily. There's a Nest Ball. If they Sword Star us here, it'll be pretty rough, but thankfully we'll actually be okay. They're going to probably try and Rare Candy Magnemite here. Rare Candy Magnezone. They're going for that Rumbling Engine so they can draw 4 cards. It's possible they got it here, but do they even have enough energy in deck is the question. I mean, they're down 2 energy, but they're also down a Recycler. 5 energy total have been seen. It'll be rough. They're just going to Break Edge us for 200. So we definitely made the right call off that Starbirth. Because what we can now do... Oh, and we get the Arceus VSTAR. Beautiful. We get the other Arceus VSTAR. We can do that. We can Sharon Scare. And we'll play Arceus V. We will put down that double turbo. Let's go for concealed cards. We can see more cards. Let's go for a Gardevoir here with Shining Arcana. See more cards. Let's go for another Shining Arcana here. We can see even more cards, which is good. And now I just want a Trinity Nova. 230. That's fine with me. Can't do anything. Sharon's Care is still in deck. We would ideally, if they can't Sword Star us, we wanted Sharon's Care. But that Sword Star is going to hurt us a little bit. Thankfully, yeah, they have... Oh, they're not even going to attach it. They might just Break Edge. That's... Oh, they're going to try and Rumbling Engine, I think. Maybe they just have a hand full of energy. I don't know. I don't see why they wouldn't Sword Star here, though. That's so strange. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. And Rumbling Engine here. They got, they got a full setup. They're pal padding, okay. I don't understand why they would attach to the bench Zacian V. Maybe they don't have enough energies in play. They're going to Rumbling Engine again. I don't know. There's another Zacian VSTAR. Okay. They're going to just Break Edge us. Okay. They haven't used their VSTAR power yet either. Have we used our Pal Pad? We haven't. Other Sharon is in deck. So what I want to do here, obviously I want to Arceus VSTAR. I want to start off with a Shining Arcana and see if we can find our Sharon / Pal Pad. We can't. Let's do another one. Our hand is getting quite massive. We don't find it. Okay. Now I think I want to just concealed cards just to be safe. And try and find that. We'll get rid of the double turbo. That's okay. Don't find it. Okay. Let's go for the Nest Ball. Yeah. Oh man, we were like actually like this keeps happening. We go through the deck and it doesn't really work out. I don't know. I think the safe play is we retreat. And do we want to... No, we just definitely want to retreat. And get rid of these water energies. And we'll path. I don't even know. We have another Judge, so we can definitely afford to Melanie here. There is our other Sharon. Let's go for a Trinity Nova, and we can take a knockout here. Okay, so we're doing okay now. Yeah. That's actually not bad. We have a lot of cards in our hand. We get more from the prizes, so I wanted to make sure we had Judge because it's very real. We could have decked ourselves out there. And yeah, so next turn we'll be able to Let's see what they're going to do here. They have a Nest Ball. I'm just thinking things over because I want to Sharon up this Arceus, but it might just be better to Palpad and just, like, reset our entire hand. They have the Energy Recycler, so they might go for a Sword Star here. If they could get the Rare Candy Magnezone, that is. That's the real question. There goes the Rumbling Engine. See, I don't know. Their sequencing is kind of strange to me here. They have a Choice Belt. That's okay. Their Research. See, they're going to go into all of their... Like, there's their Rare Candy Magnezone. I just don't think they're going to be able to hit anything unless they have a bunch of energy left in deck. Let's see. Giga Magnet here. Moving attached cards. So they get 2. They get 2. Okay, they're just going to go for a Break Edge here. Interesting. They can't use the V-Star power yet. That's probably what they're waiting for. They're probably waiting to Shield Star. But I don't think they're going to have an out to it. So they're going to Break Edge. Just do 230. That's okay. Get our other path. So we definitely want a Sharon's Care here. Like, for sure. And... unfortunately, we'll probably have to concede some prize cards to them. That's okay, though. We do want to Sharon's Care this Arceus up. Bring this one up. And... probably... okay, I think we want to do this. I think we want to Melanie, or we want to Palpad back. I think just both Sharons, I think, is fine. Yeah, we definitely just want to do that. And then attach... want to just attach double turbo? I don't know. We need to apply the pressure. That's what we need to do. We just need to pressure them. I think we just put the double turbo on, to be honest. And we turned it over for 210. And that's okay. That's fine. Yeah, not being able to set up multiple of these Arceuses, and we're doing a 2-prize trade kind of thing, it hurt us a little bit, missing that Sharon that one time. But you know what? That's okay. That's alright. They're going to Rumbling Engine here. They might even deck themselves out eventually. And we can just play that game. There's a Choice Belt on their Zamazenta. I don't see them bumping this Path of the Peak anytime soon. They're getting that Zamazenta prepped and ready. Another Zacian V-Star. They're going to Giga Magnet. They don't have anything. That makes sense. I don't see them having anything there. Yeah, they're going to take 2 prizes. We could just possibly deck them out. So I might want to avoid using Judge. They're just going to Break Edge us. Yeah, they can take their prize cards. That's okay. We'll go up with Greninja. Just start prepping this Arceus here. We could have put Raihan in the discard in hindsight. Or back in. We could have done that. In hindsight, that would have been good. I think this is just the best play, though. We do this. And we try and boss stall them. We boss up a Reveroom. And we just pass the turn. We got 2 cards left. We have Judge. We're comfortable. We could just try and deck them out. They have Mesagoza. Okay, but I don't think they have energy to retreat. That's probably what they were looking for because they can use the Shield Star, right? But they don't have any energies to retreat. This is a very cool concept for a deck, though. I think Zacian V-Star and Zamazenta V-Star are pretty powerful. Like, they have their own merits. So it could be really cool to see them together in a deck. They're going to attach to Reveroom and just pass the turn. Now, we'll just, yeah, we have the 1 card left. We'll play the Path to the Peak again. And we'll even just boss up their other Reveroom and just pass to them, just pass back to us. Because I don't think there's anything they can do here. I mean, decking out your opponent is kind of a lame way to do it, but you know what? If it works, it works. They have the Judge. Okay, we're in for a much longer game here, but they're done anyway because we kind of conserved our cards. They didn't, and now they're just kind of going to be able to, you know, pass the turn to us. We're going to pass the turn to them, and we're going to be able to win the game. So yeah, kind of an interesting way to play out the match, right? But you know what? If it works, it works. They did give us a little bit of a run for our money because we couldn't find our Sharon in time. But you know what? A win is a win, and I'll absolutely take it. So what did you think of my Arceus VSTAR Gardevoir deck? I think this deck is actually really strong, super fun to play, super consistent. It gets the job done, and it does what it wants to do very well. You got to see a little bit of everything in this video. You got to see the offensive side of Arceus, the Sharon's carrot looping, and yeah, just kind of how it plays into a couple different matchups. I think the deck is really cool. It could definitely use some improvements though. One of my personal recommended improvements would actually be an energy recycler. I don't know what you would change for it though, that's my thing. Maybe Roxanne. I didn't find myself really needing to use Roxanne much, even though it's a good card, but I think you can put an energy recycler in here and get a bunch of energies back. Shining Arcana will let you use Gardevoir, will let you use Gallade, will let you use Greninja when people don't expect it, which will be really good for you. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking is the best course of action to, you know, change for this deck. Other than that though, the deck does feel very solid. It feels very good. Yeah, and I absolutely love playing this. I'm probably going to bring this to my next locals and see if I can tear things up with Arceus VSTAR on paper. But thank you all so much for watching. You know, let me know if you like this video. Comment down below. What do you like about the deck? What you dislike? What you keep? What you change? I want to know everything. I read and reply to every single comment posted on my videos. And yeah, subscribe to the channel because I'm posting 2 new Pokemon trading card game videos every single week here on the Hitmonchanning channel. And with all that said and done, Hitmonchanning out.